conservative, a Mgtow, a conservative, a red pillar. For those who are very politically astute, I call myself an anarcho-capitalist or a classic liberal, like of the Jeffersonian type. For those who are not politically astute, I'd call myself, a libertarian. I mean, I don't know, man. Who gets to decide these issues? Who is the authority? I would not say I'm the authority.
But I already know you won't see that. You'll minimize it. You'll try to validate it and try to keep it as a Mgtow thing. It's not a Mgtow thing. You've lost sight of what Mgtow is.
I've lost sight of what Mgtow is. No, I disagree. I think, again, I see this in a much more positive light. I think this is more like growing pains. I think I think Mgtow is expanding. I think Mgtow is becoming more all-encompassing. I think the feminists had to go through this as well. I think the feminists, when they were building their intellectual, whatever you want to call it, women's studies, gender studies, when they were building their academic body of work, they had to go through point by point. What about this issue? What about that issue? What are we going to say about gun control? What are we going to say about prostitution? They had to contemplate all these ideas too. And well, they're 60 or 70 years ahead of us, but we have to kind of do the same thing. And that's part of what I think we're doing here. And they're going to be, not everyone is going to agree. So that being said, I think that this is up for debate. You're claiming that it's an open and closed case. You just decided that it's wrong, and you decided for everyone else. And frankly, the way it sounds, the way you're speaking, you're claiming authority over this issue. Like you're the decider. I just categorically disagree. I think it's open for debate. Frankly.
Ever were one to begin with.
Was I ever a Mgtow to begin with? I don't know, man.
You might as well go join Hormaxer, that guy that you let stay on your channel in the live panel that night.
Let me address that. So I guess an apology is in order. I want to make an apology, a public apology to Chaos. I'm sorry, I can't. What's up, Chaos? Shout out to you, man. I'm sorry, I can't remember his whole name. Chaos. We colloquially just call him Chaos in the streams. He has a full name though. Yeah. So that, I think, if I remember correctly, he is referencing an interview I had with Chaos. And I admit I admit to a learning curve. I made a mistake. I let on too early. I let Hormaxer on too early, and in a way, Hormaxer commandeered the conversation and it steered away from Chaos. I should not have done that. In fact, just for the record, I almost owe an apology as well to Black Pill on steroids. The same thing happened with him. I was interviewing Black Pill on steroids, and what's his name? Red Pill in the Wind. What's up, Red Pill in the Wind? Shout out to you, man. Who I just spoke to today. Thank you for that advice. I was interviewing Black Pill on steroids. He called in, and I made the mistake of letting Red Pill in the Wind in the conversation too early, and it kind of disrupted the flow of the interview. It wasn't my best work. Anyway, I'm sorry. I say all that to say this. Chaos. I'm sorry. That interview got away from me. I don't necessarily think it was anything malicious on the part of Hormaxer. I understand, Angler, that you are not a fan of Hormaxer. Again, I'll say it again. I don't agree with everything that Hormaxer says. But again, Hormaxer has come out openly and publicly against what he calls gynocentrism. He has also stated that he believes that we men are embroiled in a gender war. And He has explicitly said that he is against gynocentrism in all its forms. So even though I don't necessarily agree with everything that Hormaxer says or does, and I don't, I see him as a political ally. And I think that, as they say, allies sometimes make strange bedfellows. So, moving on.
Channel in the live panel that night.
Yeah, sorry, Chaos.
I mean, Christ, man, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, I don't live up to your standards, man.
Prostitution does not belong in Mgtow.
Who says? In fact, just because we're on the subject, this is sort of related. So you just said, prostitution is not allowed in Mgtow. Okay, so more than once, from more than one content creator, I've heard men. The first guy that comes to mind, the gentleman who comes to mind the most is Hamster, Ginger Hamster, is James Von Maxwell. I've heard James Von Maxwell say more than once, if someone is gay, particularly talking about homosexuality, if someone is gay, so what? To paraphrase him, I can't remember exactly how he said it verbatim, but multiple times to paraphrase him, he said something just like that. If a man is gay, so what? Can you at least talk to him? Can you at least be civil with him? Can you on some level accept him? That's what Ginger Hamster has stated. I'm not saying I would want my child to be gay. I'm not gay. I don't necessarily think that that's the right way to go. But if someone is gay, I sort of take that view as well. I'm a little bit more accepting of that. Again, you may think differently. I'm not saying that, I'm not saying that it's right. Or how can I put it? In the Bible, it says, love the sinner but hate the sin. Does that make any sense? Okay. Well, the point I'm trying to make with that is I'm saying, who's acceptable and who is not. Maybe I think maybe you should try to expand your notion of what is acceptable and what is not acceptable.
That's all I got, boys.
Okay. So that was a great video. If anyone wants to go see the whole thing in its entirety, go take a look. Angler Mgtow, again, Angler Mgtow. So I'm going to play a video. It's like 2 or 3 videos prior to this video, and I want you guys to hear a very particular part of it that basically I think makes my argument for me. Okay, so let's listen to this. This is the 3rd one, 4th one down, 5th one. The 5th one down. It's PSA to those on the fence. PSA to those on the fence by Angler Mgtow. Uh-oh. No, I don't want you. That's some bullshit. All right. Okay, skip ad. Here we go.
Hello, my brothers, and greetings.
Greetings.
Happy Monday. This is going to piggyback a little bit off of the last couple posts that I made.
Okay, let's skip to like minute 8 or minute 9. Let me see.
Where I'm a wrench at, I'll link people's Cash App.
Oh yeah, wait,
let's go back. Shekels.
That's another issue that I think needs to be brought up. Hold on.
I mean, regardless of what your content is, what is your purpose? Do you truly care? I mean, deep down inside, do you truly care? Are you virtue signaling? Are you grifting for shekels?
Are you grifting for shekels? Okay, I want to address that real quick because that's come up a number of times as well. So I admit, I'll just come out and say it. I am a capitalist. I am a capitalist pig. I have no problem with people accepting donations. Or for that matter, you could call it e-begging. I have no problem with people selling merchandise and accepting donations. I have no problem with either of those. The way I see it is this is a type of work. Yes, you can consider this as a hobby. Some people do. Some people have a secondary stream of income. you know, if people want to pay, if people find value in what you're doing and they want to, you know, kick you $10 or, you know, whatever, $20, $1 million, whatever, people want to pay. I have no problem with that. So, you know, that's also been an issue in the community. Is it okay to accept money? I think it is. In fact, in the future, I may set up a PayPal if someone wants to teach me how to do that.
Donate. That's great. That means,
yeah, donating is great.
And I've said before, if I ever get my channel to the point where I see value in it myself, you know, where I can actually produce a video that has nice visuals and valuable content instead of me just my voice in a black screen, okay, yeah, I'm probably going to put up a Cash App.
Good, you should.
But I'm not going to demand money out of people. It'll just be there.
Cool. Moving on.
For crowdfunding, okay, and I've seen it. I've been offered it, but this place is a lot more than a take it. But
okay, here's the last like 3 or 4 minutes I want you guys to hear. He brings up some real good points.
Should have. This place is a lot more than a lot of you realize, boys.
Mgtow is a good place. It's a good place for men.
There are a lot of people, several people, doing very good things for men in here behind the scenes that y'all don't know about.
I agree.
And you don't need to know about it. I mean, just know that it's there. Just know that it's happening. Just know that this isn't what these haters are saying, you know. This place is special. This place cares.
Mgtow is something good, yeah.
And I've donated where I can.
Okay.
You know, I've donated 2 times to they needed it. And I knew that there were other.
Okay.
So just because something may be.
Here it is. Okay,
and I knew that there were other.
Okay, here it is, right here. So listen to the next 60 seconds. I'm going to let the whole thing play through, and I would basically throw these words back at him. So in my own defense, I will use Angler's defense. Just listen to what he says. What he says, I completely wholeheartedly agree with, and I would just throw back at him in my defense of advocating prostitution. Here we go. Listen to the next like 45 seconds.
You know, guys out there doing the same thing, and it works out. So just because something may be off-putting to some of you, and there's a lot of that. I mean, we all see that every day within here. You know, we're not all going to agree on everything. That's impossible. But also, you know, with men going their own way, you know, they're allowed to think as they please, talk as they please, do as they please. I mean, that's part of it. You're not going.
Except when it comes to prostitution. When it comes to prostitution, you're not allowed to think as you please. You're not allowed to talk as you please. You are not allowed to disseminate this message because someone claims the authority over you and me, and says, no, you're not allowed to think that that's okay. You're not allowed to express the idea that it's okay. You're not allowed, and if you do, you're not Mgtow. And it's been decided. And someone, not Mgtow Cowboy, someone is the authority, and he is here to tell you. Okay.
To agree with everything that you see. This isn't a hive mind type mentality.
Mgtow is not you do not have to agree with everything. That's what he says. If you want, I mean, you know, just rewind it and listen to it. He says Mgtow is you don't have to agree with everything. Mgtow is not a hive mind mentality. Except when it comes to prostitution. Then it is. Then you're not allowed to think differently. Otherwise, you're not a Mgtow. Okay.
It's the total opposite of that.
Mgtow is the total opposite of the hive mind. You're allowed free thinking. So again, I would just use those. I could not word that any better. That's what I would say to you, Angler. If you want, rewind the video, play it back, man. That's what I have to say to you. This is not a hive mind. It's not a hive mind mentality philosophy.
So don't doubt this place. Don't doubt its members.
Okay, you know what? I guess I'll basically just leave it there. Yeah. Don't doubt this place. This is a good place. This is a good place for men. This is a good place for men. But there will be some disagreements, and as Angler Mgtow stated, not everyone's going to agree on everything. There will be some ideas that you find uncomfortable, and it's so. And according to him, Mgtow men, they're allowed to think what they want to think. They're allowed to talk what they want to talk, or express what they think in open public forums, as he called it in his previous video, and to do what they want to do. Except when it comes to prostitution. When it comes to that, you do not you do not you do not have the right to think what you want to think. You do not have the right to disseminate, to express what you think. You do not. Because he says so. All right, boys, I'll leave it at that. Yeah, this is the Mgtow Cowboy. Everyone, please go take a look at Angler Mgtow. Go surf over to his channel. Peruse his videos. If you like it, give him a sub. I just subbed to him. And please, what do you think about this issue? I could be totally wrong. It's possible that the majority of Mgtow think that Angler is right. And if that's the case, I want to know. Guys, please, if you have a strong opinion on this issue, leave a comment. All right, guys, peace out. Mgtow Cowboy. If you guys like my content, please like, please comment, please subscribe, and please share. I'll leave it there. You gentlemen take care. All right, bye.